Thank you, Paul, for this opportunity. Concerning the action or the lack of action taken Friday at the high school, I'd like to offer two comments. Number one, what we witnessed here last Friday was an abdication of responsibility by the administration. What we saw was virtual anarchy in the cafeteria. We had students standing on top of tables addressing other students. We had students milling about, oblivious to the issue being protested. Only there because they were able to skip out of class with the blessing of the administration. I have two sons in high school. They eventually came home early because, as one of them put it, it's just a waste of time. It's hard to teach a class when there's only 4 or 5 students left in the class to teach. It was also a teaching moment at home because by having to explain that the teachers calling in sick in here and elsewhere when they're not is nothing but a lie.
Correct.
Period. It's a wonderful example for the students. Now at this point, let me say, I'm not denigrating all the teachers there. There's wonderful examples of dedication and professionalism in the teaching profession here. And I was told personally by some teachers that they were embarrassed and sickened by what transpired. Their work in conditions like this is nothing short of heroic. Now, the administration's talking points for allowing this to go on was that some students threatened to leave if the protest was not allowed. They would be out driving around or running around, and after all, the school is responsible for their safety. Are they, the students, not at that point considered to be truant? Doesn't the administration at that point have a responsibility to bring them in? What about the administration's responsibility to the rest of the students? I mean, isn't teaching supposed to go on at a high school? I have 7 children, so I think I can speak with some authority on this. You do not let students dictate to you whatever they want to do. This is parenting 101. And this school administration just flunked the course. My second point, which is going to be a little bit different, is about the money, or in this case, the lack thereof. When you break down the collective bargaining issues, ultimately what you are talking about is the money. Pensions cost money. Health care costs money. And as everyone should know, the costs of these benefits are out of control. Those, or many of those in the private sector, have already had their health care benefits reduced and their pensions cut.
More pensions.
You'd be appalled at what I have to pay for health care. What the public sector is being asked to give up is modest in comparison. Please mark my words. This cutting that we're experiencing now is only the beginning. This state has an upcoming 2-year budget shortfall of $3.6 billion. And the cuts are going to come, whether we like it or not. And you're going to see this repeated again and again in state after state, and ultimately by the federal government. The federal government being last because they have a printing press, where it can delay, but it cannot stop the day of reckoning. Please understand, the days of wine and roses have ended. Thank you.